episode number 97. Burnout is real. Feeling exhausted, doing the same thing over and over again. This is a real thing, and I wanted to give you guys some tools to get through it. By the way, I just started the vlog there because that would be pretty cool. But burnout, like right now, with everything that's happening in the world right now, there's so many of you. I know there's been times that I've felt it where it's just like, here we go again. Like I thought we've dealt with that. I thought I've dealt with that, and yet I'm feeling the same thing. And before I even tell you all about that, I first of all want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been tuning in the last few days. I've been putting out some videos each day, and we actually came here and filmed one video where I think I met Jake, your name, who was waiting. And some of you guys told me that this actually was they're supposed to be making food places here. So I guess we could go around and explore this a little bit while also talking about burnout. Because it's a real thing right now. A lot of people are just feeling tired of kind of doing the same thing over again. And the last thing I'll say before I give you something that will really help you is welcome to everyone who's in Operation Abroad. I'm so excited to have so many of you there, and so many of you guys have left comments. I saw a comment, I responded to you about, is my programs good if you're not a native English speaker? Most of my clients are not native English speakers for the most part. If you speak French or Spanish, I speak French and Spanish, so I can definitely do a little translating, but my English is pretty simple the way I talk. So it's a live interaction thing, so there's never been any problems in the past. Even with my one-on-one coachings, a lot of my clients are not English speakers, first of all, so you have no problem joining. And second of all of y'all who have, welcome. Now, burnout is real, and it's something that, I've made over 1,000 YouTube videos, and I know exactly how it goes and how it can come about. And I learned from watching other YouTubers who had burned out. And my favorite YouTubers, people who I looked up to, my heroes. And burnout occurs for me, I think it's when you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And I think burnout and midlife crisis go hand in hand. I'm gonna explain in a second, but check this out. It almost looks like these were food trucks, because the thing opens on the side and just no one's out here. And this is in Canggu, in the center of Canggu. So for me, it's like burnout occurs too, and midlife crisis is the same. When I've been doing the same thing over and over again, and we do things because we want an emotion at the end. That's why we do something. We go to a party because we want the emotion at the end of it. We travel because we want the emotion that's attached to it, the feeling that we're gonna have. So many of you and this is a huge part of Operation Abroad, because Operation Abroad are people who are like, I've been doing the same thing over and over again. I know how this is gonna work out. I can look at the pattern and see where this is gonna be in 5 and 10 years, and I don't wanna be there. So I need to change things up, shake up the pattern, change the pattern. And this is what Operation Abroad is really we're gonna touch into, because we're gonna talk about the identity level, which is something you'll do anything to defend, the identity level. But burnout occurs when you start doing the same thing over and over again. So my question, and the thing I wanna ask you is this thing that you're doing over and over again, is it working? It's a powerful question. We're gonna talk about questions and everything in Operation Abroad, but I wanna pose it to you all here. Is what you're doing working? Like, you're not happy with what you're doing? Is it working? Well, Luke, how do I know if it's working? I don't like my job, but I'm still there, so is it working? How long does this last you? You guys have seen this tattoo before. Serotonin, people always ask me. And that's the chemical that gets released in your digestive tract that makes you happy. How long does that last for? Because when it starts lasting shorter and shorter, like the weekends, you need the weekends to get through, but then before the weekends, they got you through until Wednesday, but now the weekend is getting you through until like Monday around 11 a.m. and you're burnt out already, feeling exhausted. So we look at it and say, it's not working. So the question is, like, what's something that you could do that serotonin hit lasts a lot longer? That's what I'm about. Why I stopped partying so much. There's nothing, I think everyone has their own phases and stages of life and going through things, but the serotonin hit wasn't lasting me as long. The party got me through for about 3 days. Then it got me through till about 2 days. Then it just didn't really get me through at all. It got me through until the lights came on. And that's when I was like, this is not working anymore. But what happens is when we get burnouts, we stay in that same pattern of keep on trying the same thing over again, even though we have new programming. Some of you guys are watching this on your phone. I don't think anyone here is watching this on an iPhone 3 or an iPhone 4. There might be one of you watching this on an iPhone 5. And a lot of people watching this on iPhone 6. But most of the time we keep upgrading. We keep upgrading because if you were to try to run the same apps, new apps, on an old programming, it wouldn't work. It's not built for that. The person who you're becoming isn't built for what you're doing right now. And this is something that's so important. And I care so much about you all. And I always am thinking, like, you can ask Dana, I'm up in the night, like, how can I serve people more? What can I do more? If you guys know Operation Abroad, I still didn't even change the price. I'm like, you know what? People are coming in at that 222 price point, and I want more people in it. That's right now is my goal. People and some of you guys, I've seen some of your comments. I think Monique, I think there's Monica, Teresa. There's a few other people, I can't remember your names off the top of my head, who I wake up this morning and see you all in the program. I'm so happy and will be so happy, and you're gonna see a whole other side of me, especially if you've never been in a program of mine before. But the burnout thing is like, my question, a lot of times, well, it's not even a question, but the burnout occurs sometimes when you forget the why. When did you start forgetting the why? When? The why you were doing what you're doing, not what you were doing. I think burnout occurs when you get so caught up. Whoa. I think a lot of the burnout occurs when you get so caught up in the what. What are you doing? The job, following other people, getting other people's opinions and doing what they say and doing all this kind of stuff. You're in the what, and you've forgotten the why. I mean, I have a lot of energy. I'm someone, whoa, what is this? I'm someone who has a lot of energy. Actually, show you guys around here a little bit. I'm someone who has a lot of energy, but I do not have enough energy that I can make hundreds, thousands of pieces of content every day. If that was the what that I was doing, the only thing that I focused on is the what. But I know why I want to do it. Because burnout, when you're doing the what, I'm putting out videos, that would burn me out in a week. But you can remember the why. We're gonna dive into this Operation Abroad, and I promise you it'll be super clear. I'm making it clear now, but you'll understand it 100%. And you'll know what you were doing in the past and what to replace. Because if you start doing things, and people are always like, someone said to me, like, Luke, why do I need to join the program if you're telling me all this information? Because, my friend, information is not transformation. Information is not transformation. Look at people who are really unhealthy, or people who are really overweight. There's nothing against them, I'm just saying. Or people who are really skinny. They have the information to get fit in the best shape of their life. They have the perfect information to do that. But information is not transformation. And this is where programs, this is where working with a coach, this is where keeping yourself surrounded by people who are like-minded like you, this is where they come in. And you start to really change. And actually, by the way, I heard someone say, we'll get to that later. Or we'll talk about it in maybe another video. But you've forgotten about the why you're doing what you're doing. Why did you start that job you were doing? Why do you have this desire, you all who are going to be in Operation Abroad? By the way, there's going to be a Google folder for you guys from Operation Abroad that's going to be coming out this week for you all with a bunch of content in there, totally free, with the price of with the ticket, just giving it to you all to kind of get you through until Operation Abroad starts. Some really cool stuff. But you've forgotten the why. Because here's the magical thing about the why. And this is one of my secrets. And I'll tell you this. I share in Operation Abroad. We'll go deep, but I'll share a little bit with you. When you remember why you do something, and you know the results you want, the activity can change. My goal is to empower you all. Now, my goal is to have you all be free thinkers. That's my goal right now. And everyone who's in Operation Abroad, you will be part of this. And I'll tell you guys right now, it's going to be a surprise, but I'll tell you right now, you're going to be part of this free thinking thing that I'm starting. It's not like a society or anything like that. It's going to be like a virtual platform, a virtual place full of content to help you become more free thinkers. Meaning that you think for yourself. Meaning that when something comes up, you question it. You question it with what you want, based on the things that you want. And you all who are participating in my programs, my clients will be in it as well, so it'll be really fun. You will be part of this before I make it really public for everyone to get into. And that's my goal. So how do I help people be free thinkers? I need to give them tools, not just information. Information is not transformation, I promise you. I promise you I could tell all of you right now, listen, you want to make some money this month? go on YouTube or write blog posts. Do 2 every single day off of the problems that people are having right now. Just do that 2 times a day for 1 month, and then ask for people to contribute to help it keep going. And you'll be surprised what happens. But most of you be like, wait, I don't know, Luke, that sounds a little bit. First of all, those are limiting beliefs that come in your mind. Whatever comes in your mind after what I said is a limiting belief. But even more so, there's a lot more to it that goes on up here that needs to be addressed than just the information. So this is something that's really important. And when burnout happens, when you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you forgot the why and you're caught on the what, when you get the why, you can do many different things. I'll give you guys some clues. We're gonna have a whole personal branding section, and the next week we're gonna refine everyone's personal brand, because Operation Abroad is 4 weeks. But you're gonna realize that, wait a minute, if my goal is to empower people, then that means maybe a YouTube video. Maybe that means a blog post. That can be a podcast. That can be just going out in the street and helping someone who needs help. These all can be things that you do. And this is something that when you start to, how do you burn out? Like when I don't make a video because I'm really a little bit tired, how do I burn out? I'm like, well, my goal is to empower people. We're gonna go feed some people. I have a lot of people that I work with here. We go feed people. Then something else, I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like showing up on video today. I'm gonna make a podcast. So the burnout doesn't occur because the why, something's always being pushed to the why. Why am I doing this? And then you can change activities to go with exactly what you're feeling in that moment, what you need. I used to burn myself out, like making videos and putting stuff out for everyone. I did daily podcasts with a daily vlog, while traveling, while on 3 flights a week, while meeting people, while still partying from midnight to 6 a.m. And I was doing all that. And I was kind of burning myself out, but I was having fun. You know when you have fun burning yourself out and you don't really know it? To any of my Americans out there, you'll understand this perfectly. If you've ever been to Disney World, you ever been to Disney World and you spent like 3 or 4 days there? You burn yourself out on day 1. You get back to the hotel, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and you're just like, oh, my legs, everything hurts because you've been just running and you've been caught up just having fun, but you're burning your body out. And then all of a sudden, you wake up the next day like, oh man, but your adrenaline's going. So you do it again. And then the next day, and then by the end of the trip, you're just like, oh my gosh, I need a vacation. And then you remember that 4 days you spent was your vacation, now back to work. That's a little fun burnout. But you can remember why. And there's many times, and we'll break down the tools, you'll understand Operation Abroad. But when you really know why, then you'll realize how things can change. Like there's times when I just wanted to spend time with someone. We're trying to think of what to do. What are we gonna do? I was with a group of people and we're like, should we do this? Like I just went to the waterfall you guys saw, and there's a vlog coming out on that soon when I get time to sit down on my computer, but that's not what I want to do now. So my why can still be accomplished by filming this video. Is we were trying to figure out, like, it's my friend's birthday, we have this cake, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna have the cake at? We're gonna go down the waterfall, where are we gonna do this? Then all of a sudden my brain went to like, well, our goal here was to spend time with him on his birthday. So we're here, we're doing the why right now. So it doesn't matter where we put the cake, it doesn't matter where we have the cake. And long story short, we ended up taking the cake, hiking with the cake down to the waterfall, and having the cake down the waterfall and washing our hands under the waterfall, just eating with our hands. It was just like a beautiful experience that came from remembering why. We came here to let this person know that we love them and we care about them, and it's their birthday. And at the end of the day, remembering that why. Now, of course, you have to know your why and be very clear on it. And a little thing we'll talk about in Operation Abroad is if your why doesn't make you cry, then it's not your why. If your why is like, oh, because I just wanna, your why should bring tears to people's eyes. Like one reason I'm able to help people is because I've suffered a lot. I've suffered a lot. And I suffered in a place where no one would believe me. I was a pro athlete, you guys know, for 12 years. I was a pro athlete. I was living my dream, best player on the team. Everyone knows who I am. People clap when I go into restaurants. We don't pay for entrance to the club. We have VIP sections for free, champagne given to us. We go places, people are always cheering us on. In the grocery store, people want photos. So when I tell someone I don't feel good and I'm not really happy, no one believes that. You know, we're gonna talk about Operation Abroad, but people say, you know, I'd rather be crying in a bus than I'd rather be crying in a Lamborghini or crying on my private plane than crying in a bus. And that's not true. You've never had money if you think this is the case. Because trust me, when you're sitting in first class on a plane and you're sad and people see you, no one cares. because a lot of people think that you should be happy. You're in a Lamborghini, you should be happy. You're a pro athlete, Luke, you should be happy. But we define our happiness. And most people won't understand you. It's why the people who are super popular have everything that we think that they want. How can they kill themselves? Robin Williams, all these different people. How do they do that? Because they weren't happy inside themselves. Whoa, this kite almost landed on me. Making other people happy, if that's not your definition of how you're happy, then it doesn't matter. So we look at how does that happen? And it's something that's so important because you can get burnt out doing something and just repeating the what? Making everyone happy but yourself. You have to remember the why. Why you started, why you're doing what you're doing. I just wanted to make that little quick video for you all here in this kind of same place that I was in the other day. I want to thank you guys as well for you all who are showing up here every day, watching these videos. These videos have been really fun for me. I've been in the middle of doing a lot of things, and I just want to, last year around 2020, when everything started to go crazy in the world, you know, I got really nervous because I'm like, I know how to make myself happy and I'm happy, but should I show myself being happy while all these people are being quarantined and I'm in the middle of a rice field here in Bali for 3 months? You guys knew the place that I was at, the little escape that we have. And I panicked and I froze and I created programs and people paid to get in there where I gave them all these stuff because I knew they wouldn't like judge me and they wouldn't be like, Luke, do this, because they came there to learn. They came there with an open mind. But now it's not the same. I'm not the same person now. And someone left me a comment when I made my first video around April 2020 of me just going out and having fun, even though more than half the world was quarantined. And they're like, Luke, that smile, that happiness is just what we needed. And it made me realize that I let who I was, my ego, like I don't want to be seen this way. I want people to relate to me. If I'm having fun, then they won't understand. I let that hide something that the world actually needed. Because we understand the world actually needs you as you, and you just showing up is powerful, then it changes everything. I'm making this quick video in this abandoned place that I don't know what it used to be or what it's going to be. But I'm here because I know one of you needs this. One of you desires this. And I hope to you guys join me in Operation Abroad. I still haven't changed the price, by the way, for everyone who say, this. Well, now you have the opportunity still. And I'll try and change it today if I remember. I got to take my dog to the vet right now. But I wanted to make this video, put it out to you guys, let you know I love you. I care about you all. To everyone watching this who is on the verge of, if you've watched this much, your soul has led you here. Your soul has led you to this channel. The soul has led you to watch however many 17 minutes into this video. Your soul has done it. Your soul has led you here. Don't let it talk you out of what it actually needs. Don't let your mind talk you out of it, out of the fear. Join me, Operation Abroad. It's happening July 13th. There'll be cool stuff in there for you all who are part of the program, who want to be in the part of the program. I'm thinking of a bunch of bonuses that I'll put in there for you all. But until then, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Cool vlogs coming out as more of these kind of videos as well. Leave me some questions on some videos you'd like to see as well. I love addressing those in the morning, reading your emails. So thank you so much. A lot of you guys were asking about the podcast. The podcast is Life Charms. To all of my people on TikTok, thank you so much. We've grown so much on TikTok. I think the video we made on the food here, that's at like 1.4 million views I saw. Some of you all watched the one yesterday from Bali. That's at like 40,000 views. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You all who have come from there to this platform, come to my Instagram, write me on there. I'll get back to you really quick in voice notes. And on that note, I appreciate you, care about you. I love you. Work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.